Hey guys!
What's up, y'all?
So welcome to our new segment called Batter Up.
I'm so excited that we have this new section on our channel. Basically, this show is going to be all about bringing special guests on and to talk about their recruiting journey and just anything that they want to talk about, schools they're looking into and things like that. You guys get to see here. And we actually have our first special guest today, and this is my sister, Olivia. She's going to Texas Tech. She's awesome. She actually used to play softball, but she doesn't play anymore. But she'll talk a little bit more about that today. So
guys, this is my daughter, Olivia.
Hi.
I thought it was important to bring her on the show because, guys, there's plenty of you out there who may be going through something where you aren't sure if you want to play in college or decide you don't want to play in college. And parents, I've been in your shoes. I know that's a hard place to be. So I wanted to have her on the show to kind of talk to you guys about her journey and where she's at and why she decided softball in college wasn't for her. So Olivia, you want to tell them a little bit about yourself?
So just to kind of give you a little bit of background, I'm 18 years old. I am about to be a freshman at Texas Tech University, Rockham Tech. I am going to study psychology to eventually become a child psychologist. I'm very, very excited. I started playing softball when I was 9 years old, and let me tell you, this game was absolutely incredible. It was literally just my comfort when I needed anything, but there came a point to where it just wasn't what I love to do anymore. Still have such a big love for the game. I love watching it all the time. My siblings, I could watch games for hours. But there just came a point where my heart just wasn't in it, and I don't want to do something that my heart just isn't completely and fully in. It's not fair to the people around me, and it definitely wasn't fair to my coaches or even my family who loved watching me. But that doesn't say anything about the game or the people that love playing it still, because it was my passion for such a long time.
And I can tell you, so she was 15. It was Christmas. It was right before her 16th birthday. And we had a family get together, and I had been on her. This was before even the recruiting rules changed.
I was not
and
having it.
Yeah, well, and I'll be honest, I was on her weekly about sending her emails to coaches, getting her name out there, and she wasn't doing it.
And I think at the time I just didn't understand like how crucial it was for emails to be a thing, because that's how you get your name out there.
Right.
And I was just like, oh, and I'll do it later, and I kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off.
Finally, it came to the point where we had to have a come to Jesus moment. I sat her down on the couch and I said, Olivia, I love you. I don't care what the reason is, and whatever the reason is, we can work through it. But what is the reason you're not sending your emails? What was your answer?
I just didn't want to play in college.
And she had been holding on to this for a while, and I felt bad for that. But my response was very simple.
Okay.
Okay. If that's what you want, that's fine. I mean, inside my heart broke because I've watched her and her sister, her and Maddie, play since, they were real little. So
absolutely. For
for me, it was hard. It was a hard moment. But at the same time, my first thought was, well, I'm going to be saving a lot of money every month.
Wow.
Great. I mean, hey. But my first thought was, okay, so if you're not going to play in college, there's no reason for you to be playing showcase softball, which I then told you to do what?
So this is the difficult part. I had to call my Hot Shots coach and was just like, hey, I made the decision for myself, for the betterment of my future, to not play in college because it just wasn't something that my heart was in. And they understood. They were all really understanding. They were like, I get it, kid. Like, do whatever you need to do in the future. We're glad that we still got this time with you. And they were just super understanding of my decision. So.
Well, and I think the other thing too is you don't want to be taking up a spot on a team that somebody else could use that spot to get their shot.
I agree. And that was my whole thing, was like, I don't want to continue, like you just said, taking up a spot where some girls like, hey, I really want to go D1. Hey, I really want to play college softball. And I'm like preventing them from doing so.
Yeah. And so parents, keep an open line of communication with your child, especially once you reach the showcase part, second year 14U, even sometimes for first year 14U. But once you get to the point where you start playing major showcases, keep an open line of communication with your child, because they need to know that no matter what, you're going to support them. And I know most of you, and I know that almost all of you do, but there's still that part of us as parents that don't want to see them quit playing. And so there's still times, you know, there's still been times over the last year or two where I'm like, are you sure you don't want to play? Because, I mean, she was a really good pitcher. You know, her hitting was not her strong point, but she was a good pitcher. And, but no, I think it came to the point where she had to know that we supported her. And, you know, when she told me that she wanted to focus on theater, and then I got to see her do The Little Mermaid in the high school musical, it was awesome. And I knew that she had made the right choice for her. And even though it was still hard, I knew she made the right choice for her. And so what happened after that? I mean, how did you feel after that? After you made that decision, you walked away from the game, how did you feel?
So, fun fact, I actually wrote my college essay over this to like get accepted into universities, and it was really hard for me to write the essay because I was like, I had to relive it in my head, and I just remember that it was genuinely the hardest decision I've ever had to make. I like looking back on it, I at the time was at peace with it, but as I continued to do theater, I realized how much I truly missed the game, but that it just wasn't what I wanted to do anymore. And so I kind of just was like grappling with the decision, but at the end of the day, I'm at peace, and I'm looking back on it, it was the best decision I ever made.
Awesome. So now your big deal is you've been accepted to Texas Tech. You're going to Texas Tech. Texas Tech. She leaves in 50 days.
No tears.
There's been plenty of tears. But no, she leaves in 50 days. I'm super proud of you. Thank you. So she actually got a job where she's going to be vlogging for Texas Tech. So I've got her, I'm going to include her link to her YouTube channel down below. So subscribe, guys.
Yeah. So essentially I'm a part of the Texas Tech Transition and Engagement Department. So I will be making vlogs and videos through their YouTube channel, just for exactly the purpose of helping the transition from high school to college and to get kids more involved in tech. It's just one way that I can showcase what Texas Tech is all about, whether it's traditions or whether I'm on vacation and I'm like, hey, I miss Texas Tech. This is what we did a long time ago. And there's just a lot of things that I will be doing on my YouTube channel. So just make sure that you look at that.
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, we've come to the end of this one. Olivia, I want to thank you. I love you. You're going to do great at Texas Tech, and we'll have to have you on, at the end of your first semester.
Absolutely.
And let everybody know how you did, and because I fully expect you to make the dean's list.
Thank you.
But no, good luck at Texas Tech. And guys, as always, make sure you subscribe down below. Click that notification bell so you don't miss an episode of what we put out on this channel.
Absolutely.
We're coming out with a lot of great content. One last thing, remember, once we hit 250 subscribers, we're going to have a free giveaway. So one of you subscribers will win.
Heck yeah.
And guys, comment down below. If you have any questions, comment down below. She would love to answer them. And we could even do an extra segment to where she can answer those questions.
Absolutely.
So just comment down below, guys. And guys, thank you for tuning in.
As always, Rectum Tech.
Bye, guys.